Alright, here we go. It's Totally Terrifying Toys, Dangerous or Ridiculous. Hosted by me, Josh Levine. And before I get started, if you're new to my channel and I know you're about to have a good time, would you do me a favor and click subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll be sure to alert you to each and every new episode. Please click like, post some feedback, because I love hearing from you guys, and I always have all the buttons and links at the bottom. Also, make sure you check out my new blog at joshlevinespeaks.com. It's doing really well. I think it was just ranked number 15. Anyway, so I hope you're ready. Coming in at number 10 is Big Lou by Marx. He was advertised as your friend from the moon, and he stood at over 3 feet tall. He was $9.99 and could do everything a kid could ever want. He had a sight scope with crosshairs, 2 flashing battery-powered red eyes, a hand-cranked mechanical voice that played 10 messages, 2 rubber-tipped darts that were fired from triggers on his back, a left hand that had 4 red balls that could be fired from his elbow, and a right arm that had a grasping claw. But wait, there's more. One of his feet was equipped with a spring-powered rocket. He could also squirt water from his navel. He had a compass, a whistle, a bell, a Morse code clicker, and he could bend at the waist. The most powerful robot feature of all, waist bending. And that is awesome. And I wish I had Big Lou, and he falls into my ridiculous category as his features were just ridiculous. Anyway, number 9 creeps into my terrifying category. Introducing Little Miss No Name. Apparently Hasbro decided in 1965 to creep out your daughters. The big-eyed kid and doll fad of the 1960s was personified or dollified with this gem. You know, just when Barbie was getting into full swing with all her glam, accessories, and goodies, Hasbro decided to release a shoeless girl with only a burlap sack dress. Marketing genius? Well, apparently not. She didn't sell well, which made her sad. You know, and you'll be happy to know she was later offered as a $3.99 mail-in offer as on Borden's Instant Chocolate Milk Powder. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of milk, number 8 is Milky the Marvelous Milking Cow from 1977. I was 6 then, and I remember watching the commercial during a pre-Christmas Saturday morning cartoonathon, probably watching Scooby-Doo, and even then I was thinking, who the hell would want this toy? I believe it was a school bus joke of ours, and when one of the local boys got one, he was ridiculed the rest of the school year. Oh, Milky, you will always have a special place in my memory banks, because I can't get your damn song out of my head. Milky the Marvelous Milking Cow. Now it's in your head. Okay, we have a few inappropriate or just kind of awful feeling ones coming up. And at number 7, this would probably enrage the Twitter if it was made today. It's Mattel's 1974 Growing Up Skipper. The advertising geniuses marketed her as 2 dolls in one for twice as much fun. And she had a superpower. Okay, Skipper would grow taller and develop breasts when her left arm was rotated forward, transforming her from a cute little girl to a tall, curvy teenager. Yep, that's kind of creepy language and not mine. It's right from the box. I don't know how people would take her today, but it's kind of like watching reruns of Archie Bunker's character in All in the Family, so I don't know how they would take that today. Okay, I have to do an honorable mention here from 2011. That's not that long ago. Breast Milk Baby. It was a doll you would breastfeed. I decided not to do a full feature on this one because the pictures were fairly awful. Here you'd wear a bra that had sensors on it and it would make the baby breastfeed. Yes, this was actually released and sold in the Christmas of 2011 in the US. All right, shake that one off. Let's get into family fun. It's number 6, and it's Pie Face from 1968, also by Hasbro. A fun game where you'd each take your turn with the threat of having a piece of pie smashed in your face. And that sounds like a great time. They actually reissued this game as no generation of families should ever miss out on the chance for self-inflicted drama at the kitchen table. I'm sure this always ended well. And speaking of the potential for violence, number 5 is Clackers from the 1970s. And if you know what these are, and I mean the real ones, the hard acrylic glass balls with strings that were just on a metal ring, you know what pain is. Most often these turned into weapons or shattered or were used by the neighborhood bully. You know, insert your own experience here. But if you don't know what these babies were, they were a blast, and they were also loud. They made parents insane throughout the 70s and kept emergency rooms well staffed. All right, the next 2 will not take much explaining of the disturbing nature of these toys. Number 4 is the E.T. Fingerlight from 1982. This toy was quickly pulled from the shelves and replaced with the E.T. whole hand version, which is better, I guess. You tell me. I have an honorable mention here too. It's Dora the Explorer Aquapet. This got through design, marketing, corporate, and everyone thought, yeah, that's a great kid's toy. Okay, that leads me to number 3, and maybe the same marketing team worked on this one. It's the Batman squirt gun. Sounds harmless. Fill it with water and squirt. These didn't last on the shelf too long either. I'm sure kids had a blast with these. Here's a terrible segue, but being a new dad, you may or may not know I just became a dad at 48, and she's now 17 months old, and I'm so glad they don't make this toy anymore. Number 2 is Kenner's Daddy Saddle, a classic from 1965 that advertised for hours of the most exciting fun any child and parent can ever have. Really? Hours of this kind of fun is back surgery for one of the people involved. I do like the line fits any size daddy. That's on the box too. But here's my absolute winner, and one I've told people about before, and most people don't believe me, but this is real. This is number 1, and it's by the A.C. Gilbert Company, famous for making the Erector sets. You remember those toys? This is the U-238 Atomic Energy Lab. It was released in 1950, and it allowed children to create and observe nuclear and chemical reactions using radioactive material. Now, Gilbert made other chemistry sets and labs at this time that had dangerous substances, and if you didn't follow the instructions, you could hurt yourself. But this kit actually gave you radioactive material to play with, and it's been ranked number 2 as the most dangerous toy ever made. I believe it's only number 2 to lawn darts, which is number 1, because of the amount of injuries inflicted by lawn darts. This set was never popular and was soon taken off the shelves. Fewer than 5,000 kits were sold because it was really expensive in its day. It was $49.50, which would be $500 in today's standards. My favorite experiment from the kit suggested that you played hide and seek with the gamma ray source and challenge your friends to use the Geiger counter to locate the radioactive sample that you hid somewhere in the room. I guess that's better than the game Can You Guess the Color of the Lead Paint by Tasting It? I used to play that as a child. Anyway, there you go. As promised, I gave you my picks of totally terrifying toys. I know there are several more out there, and that's what sequels are for. So please like, click subscribe, turn on the little notification bell, and place your comments below. Please feel free to share some of your strange facts and strange toys with me. All my contacts and social media links are below. Make sure you also check out my new blog, JoshLevineSpeaks.com. Until we stream again, my friends.